the traditional media ecosystem is going through, as we all know, sort of more change than since the first TV signal went out there. And the industry is going to be living in a hybrid world for many years to come. And what I mean by that is, while the worlds of traditional linear TV and streaming are converging and they are overlapping for sure, that transition is going to take many years. The opportunity, of course, is moving to a world where instead of securing demos, we're securing audiences. Instead of transacting on rating points, we're transacting on whatever the marketer metric is at each stage of the purchase funnel, automating the buying and selling process and executing sort of everything on impressions. Easy to say, but really hard to do. And the complexities that everyone in the ecosystem have to work through are tough, whether that be the fact that there are different tech stacks that execute for the linear side of the business versus the streaming side, different policies, different processes. On the buy side, buying groups are still more fragmented than they will ultimately be. We're living in a world where the privacy landscape is more intense, combined with signal deprecation, and overall, those challenges are operationally complex, and we'll be working through this hybrid world for a long time to come. Now, there's a lot of work going on both within Comcast Advertising, but also how the industry is coming together to work on behalf of the marketer to simplify some of those challenges. The philosophy that Comcast Advertising has always had is one of, we're stronger if we work together. And we've always sort of leaned into that. So if you look in the US, everything going on with simplifying how to execute addressable with the Go Addressable Trade Association, or what the programmers are doing with OpenAP, or the JIC for measurement. These are all great examples of simplifying operational complexity. That said, what's making the job harder every single day is that the traditional ecosystem is being held to a higher standard in certain degrees relative to big tech platforms, and that I think is problematic ultimately for the marketer.
Mm-hmm. You've spoken at the conference here today that indeed there isn't a level playing field when it comes to the TV industry and the tech platforms. Well, what do you mean by that?
Well, firstly, to compliment big tech, I think they've done and continues to do an incredible job at simplifying the ability to buy audiences at scale with an easy button, to be able to get reporting in a timely basis and demonstrate proof of performance. And that should be celebrated. And it's something that the TV ecosystem itself needs to work hard on. That said, what I mean by sort of the lack of the level playing field is that the traditional TV ecosystem provides full transparency into where every single impression adds. Those impressions are third-party validated. That's not the case with other companies that are coming into the ecosystem who provide transparency into a smaller subset of overall delivery, and where third-party measurement exists in certain subsets of delivery, but not in all. And that feels problematic. And it feels problematic because ultimately, I think there should be common standards so that marketers can have apples to apples comparisons. And we've seen in the press recently a number of problems arising from that lack of transparency, whether that be marketers' dollars and their ads delivering onto inventory that they didn't think they were buying, or into non-sort of brand safe environments. And my worry is that the air cover of privacy, or how AI optimization tools just work, means that that is being used as an excuse for lack of transparency. And on the other side of the fence, a sort of acceptance that, well, this is just the way it works with traditional media. So as the worlds of digital and traditional media converge, as they rightly should, and ultimately everything goes IP and the competitive set broadens, our belief is everyone should be judged based on the value that they provide, but you need that level playing field in order for the marketer to make those informed decisions, and I think we're not there today.
And despite not being on that level playing field today, the industry broadcasters are not sitting on their hands, and you've urged them here today to achieve executional excellence. What does that mean, and what is Comcast Advertising doing to get there?
Sure. I mean, what I mean by that is if as earlier I talked about the operational complexities that have to get managed in this hybrid world. And so while on one hand, I think it's critical for the industry and a call to action to push for transparency in spirit of that is the right thing to do for the marketer. On the other hand, the traditional media companies must control their destiny in terms of executing with excellence against the operational work that needs to be done as the worlds of streaming and linear converge. That is hard work, but we have to do it. And examples of that are how we make linear inventory more intelligent and make it behave more like digital, more addressable, more targetable, how we automate the buying and selling process. So really TV can act as a platform. There's an easy button to buy at scale, regardless of where that delivery and that endpoint happens, and reporting and in-flight optimization can happen at the same pace that happens with digital platform companies. Those are things that just have to happen. Or how do we enable the industry to work across multiple data owners in privacy compliant ways, recognizing there's not going to be a single identifier that everyone is going to sort of resolve against, or the work that needs to be done against full funnel proof of performance. All these things are a must, and that's what I mean by sort of executional excellence. And my belief is that if the industry can pull that off, which is hard, but it is doable, combined with common standards around transparency, then the combination of the two are going to bring the traditional media ecosystem into a sort of a new world where it will demonstrate its effectiveness, continue to demonstrate its effectiveness to marketers. And I think what you'll see is a shift of dollars from bottom of funnel to other places. And the word performance itself, I think, will get redefined. So that's what I mean by sort of operational excellence. You got to do that stuff combined with leveling the playing field from a transparency standpoint.